All right, welcome back to another episode of the Karter Cast. I'm your host, Karter Baughan. With me today, Olympic sports draft. We got Ben. He's back. Chase, first draft. Popping your cherry draft. Welcome to the snake draft.
Yeah, I'm excited to be invited on for something other than Celtics basketball. So let's
thank goodness, because I don't want to talk about Jason Tatum. I don't think you want to talk about Jason Tatum right now.
No. This is Olympic draft.
There's a reason Bill Simmons hasn't put out an episode since Jason Tatum got benched. Before we get into today's episode, we're brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code KarterCast, $20 off on your first purchase at SeatGeek. $50 minimum purchase required. KarterKast. Use code KarterCast at SeatGeek.com for $20 off your first purchase. Download the SeatGeek app today in the App Store. All right, let's do this. Olympic sports draft. We picked the order like we always do right before, so I'll go first, then Ben, then Chase, and then we'll snake back around. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's clear out some ground rules or whatever. First off, no like deciphering between men's and women's sports. If you say I want soccer, you get all of soccer. If you say I want swimming, you get all of swimming. We're not doing that. You get the entire sport. And also, going to that, you don't have to do the individual where you're like, I want the 100-meter dash. No, you get the whole thing. You get the whole thing. And, all right, I think that's it. Any other ground rules we want to do?
Paralympics is not in it.
Unfortunately, Paralympics is not going to be included today. That's a different draft. All right. I'll start off first. This is tough because these are difficult because you're like, I want to decide between like what are the best Olympic sports and then what are the best, what do I like watching the most? And I'm not going to pander in this draft. If I was going to go with a pander pick, it would be something else. I'm not going to tip picks. I'm just going to go Olympic basketball. I'm going to go basketball 1-1. I understand the downside to the basketball. It's the one I want to watch the most. It's the one I'm most entertained by. I will tune into USA Basketball. It's just because I'm a basketball fan too. It's always fun to see these random college basketball guys too. You're like, Mike Tobey? What are you doing on Slovenia? Dinos Mitiglu? I remember you at Wake Forest. Lorenzo Brown plays for Spain? What is happening right now? So I think that part's great. But I do understand the downside where it's like, yeah, but it's not as good as the NBA or college basketball or normal basketball competition.
The other downside, Carter, is we kind of know who wins every time. There's not a lot of parity.
There's always a couple scares though in every Olympics. It feels like there's always you always get a text at 9 a.m. You're like, dude, are you watching this? USA's only up 3 at the half, and then you turn it on and Steph Curry or whoever turns it on or Kevin Durant.
Is this a safe space?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It'd be pretty funny if they lost.
Oh, 100%.
It's pretty funny. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a how dare you disrespect our country.
No.
I was just making sure that wasn't the vibes in here.
No, obviously I'm rooting for them, but it would be objectively very funny if South Sudan would have won today, or they lose to Puerto Rico because Joel Embiid airballs a shot to end the game or something like that.
Yeah, I was at a Men's Warehouse a couple of weeks ago and got the text hey, are you seeing that Team USA is losing to Mariel Shayok right now? I was like, I never expected to hear those words in my life ever. UVA legend.
But then, when I think of, when I think back and you think of those awesome Olympic teams with Kobe, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Durant, and all those guys, I think Olympic basketball. That's the one I watch the most. I'm going basketball 1-1, and then Ben, you're up next.
Sounds good. One last thing I want to piggyback on that with is I feel like I kind of like watching FIBA basketball. It feels very much it's almost like I'm watching, stylistically, it reminds me a lot of college basketball.
Yeah, but
it's kind of like a blend of NBA and college basketball in a way that I kind of like.
It's smoother and there's not as much absurd silliness on the court like there is in college basketball, where they're just stepping out of bounds for no reason. You're like, or you see a double dribble. It's I haven't seen a double dribble in years, but apparently Georgia Tech is double dribbling every other possession.
Or these refs that are trying to make it all about themselves.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. No, I love that.
we need screw the TBT. Let's get these NCAA refs out to the Olympics right
What's
now.
his name? Jeffrey Anderson.
Yeah,
high knees.
Yeah,
doing that as some random Lithuanians dribbling the ball off the court.
Last thing on the Olympic basketball and FIBA in general. I think it's just whenever there's like a different colored basketball with like the stripes on it. But anytime I see a FIBA basketball shot, I never think it's going in. I think it's long every time. I think it's a brick every single time. Or whenever you're watching a 3-point shootout, I'm always shocked whenever the money ball goes in. I'm like, that doesn't look like it's ever going in, actually. And I'm surprised by it every time. That's just dumb basketball brain by me, though.
You're like, it's a different object.
Yeah. You're
entirely.
Like,
you're like, this is not basketball.
It trips me up every time. I see Steph Curry shoot a 3 in the NBA. I'm like, in. I see him shoot one in FIBA. I'm like, I don't know. Every time. I'm never that confident in a FIBA shot going in. So unless it's Kevin Durant for some reason. Oh, my gosh. He did not like that take. He hated that take. All right. You know when you see the stupid social media accounts where they're like, oh, these are the best 4 basketballs. Which one are you playing with? And it's like an Evolution, a TF, or like an NBA or the NCAA ball, and then a FIBA ball. Like, I've never seen one person in my life pull up to pick up and be like, yo, bro, I got the official FIBA ball.
Maybe we should do that, though.
That would be a great like TikTok. You just pull up to like some run-ups and you're just
like, hey, yo, we're using my ball. And it's just...
Dude, they played with this in the Olympics. What do you mean?
I want to play with one. I'm sure it's similar to an NBA
You don't like
ball.
the double laces, dude? Come on.
I've never touched a FIBA ball. I've never seen one in person. Have you?
I actually have.
Did you play with one?
Super similar.
Did you play with one in AAU?
No, we didn't play with
that. Oh, okay, I was about to say I didn't know if you did like something with that or whatever.
No.
But
it's like the white. It's like wherever there's one lace, there's 2, like this far apart. It's trippy.
Yeah, I don't think WNBA shots are going in, but that's a different story. I'm just kidding. That's getting cut out. All right, Ben. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, Ben, you're up next.
Okay, I think I've got to go swimming here.
Yep.
Just there's something very electric. I think also like swimming is fun. I've watched a little bit of swimming in this Olympics, but like primarily like the Michael Phelps days, Ryan Lochte days, or just like I think there's something about the swimming. It's when there's the line, the first down line that's just going with the world record, and they're like going after it. It gets you into it. Yeah, no, I think especially when you have the world record aspect of it, that makes it super fun because I don't know. I just think it's electric. It's just moving. You're like, oh. And then you see, like, they'll come in, like, one guy in lane 1 and one in lane 8 coming at, like, the same time. And you're like, which is it? And then it, like, pops up second, third. And you're like, oh. Like, it's just electric. I just love it.
Yeah.
He doesn't like swimming either, I guess.
I think swimming's a great pick because the other thing is I will never, ever in my life turn on swimming other than this point. So I think that's the biggest point. I think that's the biggest thing about a lot of these sports. It's like otherwise I'm never watching this sport. It's just something I get a Twitter notification about or I scroll and see. I'm like, oh, USA qualified for handball. Sick. All right, next tweet. Like, but swimming, yeah, it's a great Olympic sport. It's one of the best.
Swimming's electric. It has me standing up, like screaming. I'm like, I don't know this American, but he's red-blooded, so let's freaking go. Also, got to give a huge shout-out to the broadcast team. Dan Hicks and Rowdy Gaines
that guy was fantastic.
Are so good. They're so good. Like, we need to get them on some other sports. Granted, I don't think Rowdy Gaines knows anything but swimming, but they're really, really good at their job, and they always get me hyped up.
Yeah, we need like Doris Burke and Doc Rivers to do swimming. That would make it better.
Yeah, we need JJ Redick just to come and just start dropping some terminology we've never heard of.
Swimming, great pick. Chase up back-to-back.
All right, this is why I went 3, because I think there was 4 standouts for me that were like, these are the 4. It was basketball, swimming, which you guys already picked, and in no particular order because I got back-to-back picks here. I'm going to go gymnastics and track and field.
Okay, so we're going quick. All right, back-to-back. All right, there we go. Very fast.
Gymnastics has the same appeal as swimming where it's like, I never watch this except for the Olympics, and there's something so exciting about like seeing them compete, obviously, for the country. USA's good, at least the women mostly. But this year, I don't know if y'all watched the men like get bronze in the first time in 16 years. Like, really fun to watch. Also, just insane displays of athleticism. They just do stuff like it boggles my mind. And then track and field, obviously, for all the fun reasons, right? You get to see the relays and the runs, and that's always like it's a lot like swimming in the sense that you get that adrenaline rush there at the finish line.
Obviously, none of us will be Olympic athletes by any stretch of the imagination, but I've never felt further away from an Olympic athlete than when I watch gymnastics.
Agreed.
When you watch the balance beam, I'm like, I don't know if I could walk across. I feel like it would just be like a DUI test. Did you see that? And they're freaking dancing, doing like 14 flips on it, and you're like, this is insane. Like, my foot is too wide for this balance beam even.
I've stood on one, and I lasted 10 seconds just standing still.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stay on it. It's absurd. They don't even let the guys do it because they just don't have as good a balance. It's crazy.
No, gymnastics, great pick. Track and field was my other one. That was what I was debating between basketball because, once again, that's one where I never will ever watch track and field other than the Olympics. And also, when you think of iconic Olympic moments, you think of Michael Phelps in the pool swimming, and then you also think of like Carl Lewis and all these other, the Berlin Olympics at the track and field events and stuff like that. So yeah, I was between track and field at 1-1. So which one are you going with first in the first round, just for the graphics sake?
For the graphics sake, I think track and field because there's so many events. It encompasses a lot of things, and then gymnastics.
And then gymnastics first pick of the second round. All right, Ben, anything on these picks?
I think in hindsight, picking third was like an automatic win.
Yeah, that's what I wanted the whole time.
There are 4 sports that are way above all the other ones, and if you picked third, you got 2.
Yeah, and
it's a massive drop off from here.
Yeah, and I almost kind of threw in the towel picking 1-1 because where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have a Dylan-like draft at this point. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the rest of my board, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna look like Dylan by the end of this draft.
Your next one's like judo.
Yeah, it's not gonna look pretty on the wraparound for me. But Ben, you're up next.
Okay. Next, I am going to go with soccer.
That was my next pick. Pick. Things are looking grim over here.
Yeah, I've been watching some U.S. soccer women's team. At the end of 90 minutes, they were up. That makes me sound like a non-ball knower when I said at the end of 90 minutes. But they were up 2-0 on Australia. Australia quickly scored one, and they almost scored another. So the U.S. almost in added time, blew a 2-goal lead, which would have been catastrophic. But yeah, I'll go with soccer. I'm not a big soccer person, but World Cup and Olympics, soccer's up there.
Yeah, the only thing about soccer, I think this is more of a women's pick because the men's soccer is just nowhere near as good, especially after just watching the Euro or Copa America or World Cup or whatnot. With men's soccer too, is you're supposed to be 23 or younger in men's Olympic soccer, so then it's just not as good, and it kind of doesn't matter as much. But the women's soccer is fantastic for the Olympics for that reason, and that was going to be my next pick, and it's a disaster over here right now. So we're freaking out. It is. I thought I was going to get Justin Jefferson. All of a sudden, I have Jalen Rieger. That's where
the war room is not in a good mood right now.
Yeah. So we might need you guys to stall right now so I can figure out where we're going next.
Yeah, that's my one gripe with soccer, Ben. But I do think it's a good pick. It's not the best players in the sport. Whereas generally, I think most every other sport has the best players in that field, except for 3x3 basketball, which we can get to later. Actually, none of us are drafting 3x3 basketball. Do you want to have the 3x3 basketball conversation right now? It's not a great product.
Do I get 3-on-3 basketball included in mine? Sure, have it, I guess. Sure. I think I won't get one free today.
It devalues your pick, actually. I think you don't want that tied.
Yeah. 3-on-3 basketball. Oh, bad part by me talking about basketball. I get women's basketball too. Yeah, sick. Chase, anything on that?
On women's basketball?
Yeah.
I think it's great. People kind of forget that the women US team is more dominant than the men historically. They do not lose.
Yeah, but it's also I watched the Japan USA first half. Japan's starting lineup, everybody was 5'4".
Yeah. It's
5'5".
It's not really
5'2".
fair. That's the reason.
It's crazy. And we can cut this out however we feel about this, but what would be the point spread if the U.S. men's Olympic team right now faced the Japanese women's basketball team, and they went 100% the whole game. What do you think the spread is?
100%.
Yeah, they go balls to the wall for 40 minutes.
Dude, the spread has got to be like
I think it's
minus 110.
I was thinking minus 120 USA, and I still think that's free money.
What's the over for Japan women points? 5.5?
10? That 10 feels high.
How do they get a shot off?
I don't know. And this isn't a sexist thing. It's a height thing, really. Like, if us three and 2 Joe Schmoes off the street went against the U.S. Olympic team, our only chance is hitting a half-court shot or a full-court shot. We're not getting across half-court ever. These dudes are like 6'9". Kevin Durant is a 7-foot shooting guard. Like, how do you stop that? Like, I was watching the U.S. women's Japan game, and I'm watching Asia Wilson and Brittany Griner. I was like, why are you guys shooting threes? Get that thing into the post and back those Japanese women down. Get underneath. Box them out. What are you doing? Why are you shooting threes? They had an easy bucket every time.
If we played the U.S. team, we'd be fighting over like who doesn't have to take the ball up the court because Drew Holiday's going to be standing there at the free throw line.
I would be begging to be the inbounder. Just so I could just chuck it. It's literally close my eyes and just chuck it down court and hope we would flop. We would flop so much if we played. Like I would be sitting there rolling my ankle. I would be screaming every time someone touched me. Like, you think Joel Embiid flops, it would be times 1,000. I would be like a Chilean soccer player when they're up 1-0 in the 90th minute. I would be rolling on the floor. If us 3 and 2 others, let's say it's Connor and Dylan on the court with us, I don't think we score.
I get a bucket.
I think that's true. You and Connor are both 6'6", so that helps.
Yeah, we're about the size of Derek White. Yeah, that's a great advantage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Dylan would just have to like distract someone with horrible football takes. I think that would be the move there, and then we get it. That's how we score in that game. Going back, balls to the wall, 40 minutes. I think it would be 135.5 for the U.S. men's national team against the Japanese women. I really think it would just be a matter of how many can the U.S. score in 40 minutes.
It's like when you have sliders on, and time's the only issue, you know?
Yeah.
4 10-minute quarters.
Yeah.
You score 130.
Yeah. All right, I got the wraparound. Back-to-back picks for me. Round 2 pick. I don't know where I'm going here. You know what? Screw it. Let's go beach volleyball. Let's go beach volleyball.
Good pick.
Not a horny pick. I promise it's not a horny pick. I think beach volleyball is fantastic. You can take indoor volleyball if you want still, but I think beach volleyball is the superior product because I think it's much more difficult. And also indoor volleyball, like, yeah, it's cool and all. Like they're super talented and whatnot. I'm not trying to discredit them or anything, but also it's kind of just the similar thing over and over and over again. I think beach volleyball, since it's just 2-on-2, you have an opportunity to make cooler plays. And also, that backdrop in Paris looks awesome, too. So that adds to my pick. I'm going beach volleyball round 2. Any issues with that one?
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, I was hoping that would fall. That's a great pick.
Yeah, that's how I had it. Now, I don't know where I'm going here. I really don't. I'm not going surfing. I'll tell you that. I know we're not tipping picks here. I'm not going surfing. I watched them at surfing. The pictures look cool. I'll tell you what, watching it on TV, it's the most boring sport. It's the most boring sport in the world to watch on TV.
You can't see like what's even going on. You know, like the camera angle isn't even good. Can't tell what the surfers. I mean, not that I know what surfing is. Maybe if you're well learned in like the moves and stuff, but it's not a spectator sport.
I'll go rugby.
I like that pick.
Round 3 pick. We'll go rugby. Look, I don't have much to back it up, but it's fun to watch on TV. I pretend I know what I'm talking about because I'm like, yeah, that totally happened. I understand. They scored there, and you're just like, did they? And I'm like, I don't effing know. It looks cool, and these people are super athletic. You see that one chick? She's just trucking chicks. It's crazy.
In the I guess it's only like a 20-minute game or 14 minutes, but in the last minute, time running down, she scores a winning try. For America. Utah native as well, so shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Utah.
Right on. But yeah, I'm going rugby round 3. I don't think there's any issues with that. So let's move on to Ben. You're up.
I think I'm going to go with water polo.
Oh,
Great pick.
great pick.
Great pick.
Great pick.
Water polo's fun. That's something that, being an East Coaster, like, just never grew up with that. But I know of people who played water polo, like, out in California and stuff.
That's crazy to me to
It's a
think, like,
fun
you have a
sport.
high school water polo team.
Yeah. No, it's insane. It's cool, though, especially just because that's something that's just Olympics specific for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously, I'm not watching. If there's a professional water polo league, I'm not a viewer. But, yeah, I think I like my value there in round 3 with water polo.
Yeah, no, that was a great pick. I just didn't put it on the board. I forgot about it. I don't know how. That's bad job by me. Love water polo. That's a great pick. That's great value in the 3rd round. Any issues there? Chase, anything?
No, I like it. Yeah, I got to agree with everything Ben said.
Yeah. All right. Chase, back to back then.
All right, my last 2 picks. I've been thinking a lot as you guys been picking. I'm going to go with one, like, traditional sport here, and then I got to stick with the theme of, like, only Olympics for my round 4 pick. So my round 3 pick is going to be tennis.
Okay.
I like tennis in the Olympics because you get to see all the best players again. We just got to see Djokovic play Nadal, which is always fun. And then you get to see like these team ups, right? You get to see Coco Gauff and like Taylor Fritz, and you get to see Nadal and Alcaraz, and it's kind of a fun way to view tennis. And it's always like if you're like us, tennis is a good time. So that's my round 3 pick.
I like tennis. I think it's a great pick. I don't find myself actually watching it. I feel like it's just something that pops up on like. I feel like I feel like swimming, gymnastics, track and field. Obviously, that's why they're round 1 picks. I feel like during the Olympics, those are more appointment viewing events in the Olympics. I feel like tennis is just that other thing until the gold medal match when you're like, okay, sick. We've got Alcaraz versus Fritz or something like that, or Alcaraz versus Djokovic.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think tennis is a great pick there.
Thank you. All right, my last pick here, and I got to go. Like, there's a few things. I was thinking volleyball, but I was like, we just see that all the time. Skateboarding was another one of my thought processes because I think it's, like, cool, it's new, but
skateboarding's got to be one of the hardest sports out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Insane.
But I'm gonna go. And this may be a meme, but maybe that's part of the good. That's why it's good. I'm gonna go handball for my last pick.
That's where I was going.
That's what I wanted.
I was going with my last pick. I was trying to get Mr. Irrelevant. That's why I was sitting there between rugby and handball. Handball, it is stupid though when you watch.
It is.
Like, I know it's a meme and everyone's done it, and like part of my takes talked about it all the time and whatnot. Handball, it's so silly.
It is silly, but there's appeal to it, right? Like we kind of understand. Like there's a court, there's lines, there's a net, but they're using their hands.
That seems like very basic stuff to be a sport.
No, but like it's combined all these things. It's like the teacher in gym class like only have like this smorgasbord of equipment, and like just made up a sport for the kids to play.
You have these like gopher balls or something, those colored gym balls.
Yeah, but like they do some cool things sometimes, and it can be enjoyable, and it's also just funny.
It's like if you made dodgeball an Olympic sport, unless it is an Olympic sport.
Was it an Olympic sport?
Dodgeball's not an Olympic sport.
I just you never know, so I just wanted to put the disclaimer.
Yeah, I was about
that
to say
it might be. I didn't think it was, but
yeah, I feel like it's like one of those that's like dodgeball is getting commissioned for the 2028 games or something like that. It seems like it's one of those sports. Yeah, no, handball is going to be my next pick, but anyhow, Ben, you're up next.
This is a controversial one, but I'm going with it. I'm going with breakdancing.
Oh my gosh,
that's the worst pick in any draft ever. That's terrible.
He goes breakdancing. Oh my god!
It's new to the Olympics this year.
Are you trying to race Karter for worst draft?
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm sitting here. I'm looking at the draft board. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm getting absolutely destroyed in this draft, and now I'm like, I have a shot at the silver medal in this draft because breakdancing is the worst pick by far. Even though it's a round 4 pick, why?
Because honestly,
Now-
it's one of those things.
Now I'm
I
gonna
just
have to
heard
look
it's
up.
happening.
I'm gonna have to find an image of breakdancing to put onto the graphic, and then I'm gonna go. You're gonna see my search history, and it's gonna be like ACC football stats, Big 12 football stats, SEC football futures, breakdancing image.
You're gonna get targeted ads now.
I only if country swing dancing was an Olympic sport. That's when things would get awesome. Yeah. Well, give me your reasoning for this.
My reasoning is, like, you got to go big or you got to go home. Especially in the 4th round, I'm taking a swing. I'm
Holy
breakdancing.
You somehow like swung and the ball just hit you in the face. That's
No, the problem is I'll tell you what I really should have taken after, but
yeah.
I'm
But breakdancing. All right. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I got no words for that.
Oh, I have words. I'm not a fan, and breakdancing, that's silly. What are we doing here? Also, and this is maybe just dumb brain by me, and I don't understand these sports, and I'm being, inconsiderate towards these sports or something like that. How do you judge the scoring in these sports? Like, how do you judge the breakdancing scoring? Like, ooh, he did a hip thrust. That's an extra 2 points. Like, what? I don't understand how you just. Everyone's just like, yeah, or is it just like freaking the worst people at the slam dunk contest? They're just like 10.
no, I think that's what it is.
And then like it's just someone that's kind of unpopular in the breakdancing. We're like, we don't like this person. We don't like the way they
6.
We don't like
6.
their attitude. 7. Nah. Yeah. didn't have a nice didn't do the worm well enough. Ugh, that was disgusting.
If you're on the bus in Spain and you sit next to someone and they're like, oh, I was in the Olympics. You're like, what for? And they go, breakdancing. What's your immediate, like, what do you say?
Ben's is, can I get a picture?
Yeah, no, it's an autograph picture.
My answer is how and what led to that. I don't know. Yeah, the other thing with breakdancing is like, one, who do they find to be a commentator for that? Are they just like Charles Barkley? Hey man, we need like, hey Mike Tirico, we really need you on this. Scott Hansen, get over here. Like, we're gonna need you on this breakdancing match. We've got England in breakdancing. Like, and so I always find that fascinating. Like the commentators they get for each of these events, you're just like. How do they even get in contact with this person? They haven't rowed in 20 years, and they're calling rowing.
Well, like, imagine, like, you're calling breakdancing and you just have to, like, take it seriously. But you know what I mean?
But, like, the people they probably get, the analyst or whatever, if they even have that for breakdancing, like, that's their passion. And it would be kind of, to your point, to kind of spin zone this in a positive manner, I think that if you had, like, the Hornets announcer Eric Collins or, like, Gus Johnson calling breakdancing, like, holy crap, he just, like, getting super excited about it. I think maybe that's a great Twitter clip. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to spin
Depends how
this bit.
cool it is. Like, if it's actually, like, a cool breakdancing move, then maybe. But
Yeah. Yeah, I
I think
don't
we need
know.
to see Ben, like, do some moves for us.
All right, let's go last pick of the draft. I think this is a perfect Mr. Irrelevant. Do I think it's one of the best Olympic sports? Kinda, because it's actually when you're flipping through channels and you watch it, you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch this for about 5 minutes, no matter what, because you're like, this is actually kind of super entertaining. We're going table tennis with Mr. Irrelevant. I think that was the move here with ping pong. It's so entertaining to watch. These people, they're so effing good at ping pong. It's insane. And they stand so far back, and like I said, you're scrolling, like whether it's like TikTok or you're watching TV or something, you're like watching the Olympics, you're like, oh, I'll watch a little bit of ping pong for a minute. Like, I'm entertained by this. That's about all I got on that pick. I don't have much more to sell it. But it's kind of fun to watch.
I think some of the sports that we, as normal, everyday human beings, do sometimes and then see the best in the world do it are really cool. And ping pong is one of those, right? If you haven't played ping pong, like, I don't know what you've done with your life, first of all, but, like, you know the rules, you know how to play it, and then you just see it at a completely different level is always fun.
Is billiards or pool, is that an Olympic sport?
It's not.
It feels like it's gonna be.
Question.
Probably.
I was gonna say, what are a few ones that will be? I think pickleball will be.
Oh yeah,
Pickleball will be an
100%.
Olympic sport I think by the LA Olympics.
Spike ball, cornhole. Those are the three I had.
Yeah, I like all of them.
Oh, I would tune in for cornhole.
Yeah, I was about to say cornhole. I would definitely watch some cornhole. But like, is that an international thing, or is that just like a southern fat white guy thing?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty American sport.
Yeah,
It'd be tough.
even though I think it'd be fairly easy to learn.
Yeah, you could teach it to them.
Like, I think Jokic would be pretty awesome at cornhole.
It fits his vibes.
Yeah. Who do you think? What professional athlete would be the best cornhole player in your mind?
Luca.
You on Luka? I still think it
like
might
the
be
answer,
Jokic. I think it would be in the NBA.
Yeah,
Maybe a
the
quarterback.
The two fat white guys in the NBA.
Yeah. Who's like a fat quarterback now? I feel like quarterbacks kind of stay in shape.
Can we do former athlete Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah.
He'd be good.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Who would be good?
Booger.
Probably LeBron James.
No, dude. Look, he is King James, witness, like, you know the whole drill, but he would not be the best cornhole player. LeBron James is not good enough for that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, the era of cornhole right now is way more physical than when he was in his prime.
Oh, for sure. He couldn't hang with these guys now.
Yeah, that's the
You
problem.
have to be like 9 beers deep. What do you mean?
Michael Jordan was playing cornhole against plumbers.
Michael Jordan. Do you guys think there's just some like random like SEC dude that has season tickets to Auburn football, and he is if he actually like put himself in position to go play professional cornhole, he would be awesome at it. He just hustles people at Auburn tailgates every Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
100%.
just one dude just like, hey, yeah, that's Jim. He's the best cornhole player in the lot C.
You guys ever played like the official length though? Like,
No,
how far away they actually have to be? I think it's like 26 feet or something.
it's pretty far.
Really far. You look over it, and you're like, holy crap! I gotta like throw this overhand. It's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty far. They need better jerseys. Like, they're like worse bowling jerseys.
Yep.
Like, it's like, yeah, I understand you got to get the sponsors and stuff on there. I feel like we just need better jerseys. I understand it's like the Columbia PFG shirts, essentially, like the Luke Combs shirts, but I feel like we just need a better jersey. We can't do tank tops in cornhole. That would be a terrible look. Terrible look.
I feel
Also-
like it's got to be like polos and like visors with like some Sperry's.
Our shorts? Yeah. Sperry's and Elite Socks. That would be that's the official Olympic cornhole outfit. All right, real quick, let me recap the draft and we'll do honorable mentions. My draft was basketball, beach volleyball, rugby, and table tennis. Ben, swimming, soccer, water polo, breakdancing, and then Chase, track and field, gymnastics, tennis, and handball. All right, what did we miss?
I should have done judo instead of breakdancing. That was the real pick. I just want to do
Really?
Judo's sick.
I would have gone with indoor volleyball probably. The problem is, since I took beach volleyball, you can't do indoor.
I have left on my board volleyball, skateboarding, and golf.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually seen Olympic golf. I just know it's a thing.
That was my holdup.
Is that a stupid comment?
No, not at all. Because I feel the same
Fencing?
way. I don't even know if they broadcast it. Fencing's not bad. I'd take karate over judo, Ben,
Okay.
because I feel like it's
Fair
more
enough.
exciting. Judo, you're just kind of like, it's like when you're wrestling with your siblings. You just like get them on the ground. But karate's like, I mean, actual moves.
That's true.
I hope this doesn't reach the judo community. Sorry, guys.
Badminton? No love for badminton?
There's been some fun rallies I've seen on Twitter. Some fun rallies.
You're way more tapped into Olympics Twitter than I am, to be honest. I have not.
Probably. I love the Olympics. I really do. So I've seen
I'm-
most of these sports.
I'm not tapped in either, hence why I said breakdancing.
because of that breakdancing pick, I really think, Ben, like, I think you had a shot to beat Chase. I really think this is an opportunity for us to get really clowned like Dylan online.
Reading those back, they're not that bad. I actually liked yours a lot, Carter.
Yeah, it sounds good, but then when you really think about it in the Olympic aspect sort of things, I really feel like your draft is the strongest. Mm-hmm. Breakdancing pisses me off so much. I'm just keep looking at it on the draft board.
I think my draft caters to people who like love the Olympics, and your draft caters more to like love sports and like knows more of like the recognized sports. So
mine just pisses everyone off.
And yours is breakdancing.
Yeah, and my last pick is the all-time degenerate gambler sport of all time is table tennis. That is where people go dark.
Yeah, that's true.
Ping pong, whatever.
Not equestrian? No one likes the horses? Or
No, not a horse guy. Not a horse guy. I'm
kind of canoe slalom? I always stop and watch that for a sec. Where they have to go through like the rings.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that's what it was called. I'll be 100% honest with you.
That's okay.
We're sorry.
It's not too exciting.
Sorry, we're uncultured swine, Chase. Anyhow, also China leading in gold medals. What's happening here?
It's because track and field hasn't come up yet. U.S. will get ahead.
Real quick, let's go through some of these. No love for cycling.
A lot of people love cycling. You know, the Tour de France is the most viewed broadcast in the world.
I feel like that's
number one over the World Cup.
I still feel like that's fake news.
I mean, maybe it could be, but
if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, cycling, not for me. Taekwondo. Yeah, no, I think we hit the heavy hitters.
Shooting? Anyone like that? Like,
no, it's not a good TV one.
It's not.
Archery? I'm sure you saw like the photos of the surfing in Tahiti or whatever. You're like, okay, that looks sick. I turned it on. I'm like, this is the most boring thing ever because they're just sitting there waiting for good waves half the time. And then you have to wait forever for them to finally get up and go. And so, which is also such a weird one to gauge too, because you're like, the person's entire chance at a gold medal is totally dependent on the waves they get. It seems like it's almost just a matter of luck, essentially.
It's
like
true.
Obviously there's skill in surfing, and obviously I could never even attempt to get up on a surfboard if I try. I can hardly swim for that matter, but still, like, I still think that's crazy. Ben, anything we missed?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. No, I think we hit all the heavy hitters. I think we hit all the heavy hitters. All right, download SeatGeek app. Go to SeatGeek.com. Use code CarterCast. $20 off. $50 minimum purchase required. Go to SeatGeek.com or download the SeatGeek app. Use code CarterCast. And then apologize for the audio at the beginning of the episode. That won't happen again, I promise. But we'll be back. Thank you again, Chase, Ben. Thank you for coming on. Twitter's in the bio. Everything. You know the drill. At CarterCast on everything. Subscribe, rate, review. We'll be back, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.